What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss dog, K-Po through the dough. Here to talk this boxing, man. So, you already know who we talk about today. We talk about Canelo. Canelo had an interview. And he said some things that was kind of contradictory to me that didn't make sense. So, Canelo was basically saying that he's a 168-pounder. He won't go to 160. He's trying to unify 168. Okay? So, we got that established. He's fighting at 168 now. Okay? He says he only wants to fight champions at 168 because he wants to unify the division. Okay? So, they brought up David Benavidez, and he said, David Benavidez is a good fighter, but, he don't have a belt, so I'm not going to fight him, basically. Okay? But then he brought up Triple G and was like, hey, I'll fight Triple G if he comes up to 168. And, hey, I'll fight Charlo if he comes up to 168. Now, the problem with that is, if you go back to when he said, I only want to fight champions. I only want to fight fighters with belts at 168. Okay? But then he says, I'll fight Charlo and Gennady Golovkin if they come up to 168. Now, last time I checked, Gennady Golovkin is at 160. Last time I checked, Jamal Charlo is at 160. Jamal Charlo is the WBC champion at 160. Triple G is the IBF champion at 160. So, and Canelo says, hey, I'm campaigning at 168. So, you're not at 160, which means that Charlo and Gennady Golovkin are not champions at 168, but you say you will fight them at 168. So my question is, if you're gonna fight Triple G and Charlo, who are not champions at 168, then you should be able to fight David Benavidez at 168. You see how the politics, the stuff that he's doing, and these are the things that I'm talking about with Canelo. Nobody's doubting that Canelo is a great fighter. Okay, nobody doubts his resume and all that, but we gotta call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? You can't be out here politicking like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't. If you that dude, you fight the other dude. You fight the other killers and prove that you still that dude. You know what I mean? David Benavidez is actively calling you out. He's been calling you out, I think, for the past year or 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? He wants the smoke. And that'll be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? That will be a hell of a fight. If you fight David Benavidez and Cinco de Mayo, oh my God, y'all gonna sell out, y'all. And especially if you fight in Texas. Man, let me tell you something. You fight in like California or Texas that has a big Hispanic community, I'm telling you, y'all gonna sell that mug out, man. David Benavidez, a fighter that lets his hands go, that was willing to go to war, man, come on, man. But you want to keep fighting Liam and all his brothers and beating up his mama, his daddy, his grandpa, and their grandchildren, all them, the whole Smith family in the UK. And then the contradictory thing is you're about to fight Yildirim, who doesn't have a belt. He don't have a belt. You finna fight him in February in your home country. So these are the things that I be talking about, man. I like Canelo. I watch a lot of Canelo's fights. You know what I mean? Canelo fighting, I'm watching it. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't see the politics that he doing. Okay? At first, I was like, hey, he was signed with Golden Boy. I was like, man, Oscar De La Hoya chipping. It's Oscar De La Hoya. It's Oscar De La Hoya. But now, he's not signed to Oscar De La Hoya. He's not signed to Golden Boy. It's just him and his team. And, you know, they politicking like this. Nah, man. And then you're saying, hey, I'll fight Charlo at 168. When Charlo has never campaigned at 168. He's never fought there. But you're saying, hey, man, I'll fight Charlo at 168. He's going to have to move up to fight me. Now, the Triple G, I agree with him. He said that, hey, I won 2 times. You know, did I think he won the first fight against Triple G? No. But he definitely won the second one. Okay? So, and then the way Triple G has been looking lately, I mean, do we really need to see that fight? No. You know what I'm saying? Triple G, honestly, I'll tell you right now. If Canelo fight Triple G right now, Canelo gonna stop him. Period. That's the end of that. Like, he gonna stop Gennady Golovkin early. He gonna do him dirty. It's gonna be bad. It's not even gonna be close. You know what I'm saying? The way Gennady Golovkin looks now, Triple G gonna get stopped by Canelo, hands down. Like, I can say that with utmost confidence. Nah, Charlo, I don't know, but you know what I mean? But it's at 168. He might stop Charlo at 168. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a high weight class. You know? And Charlo has never fought at 168. So that may pose a problem. You know what I mean? But I definitely disagree with the politics and all the stuff that he's doing. I don't agree with it. And like I say, man, I'm a fan of Canelo. I like I watch all his fights. You know what I mean? You know, he has a good style. You know what I mean? It's entertaining. You know what I mean? Especially when you see him drilling certain things. You know, he's drilling, you know, head movement. Okay, I'm gonna slip this punch on the bag. And then you see him in a fight. He's that same drill that he was doing. He's doing it in the fight. So, like, trust me, I watch Canelo, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's okay what he's doing as far as like the politics. I'm not with it, man. I think that he needs to stop with the politics. You know what I mean? He said he's not at 160 no more. All right, cool. So, yeah, that eliminates the Charlo fight unless Charlo moves up to 168. You know what I mean? Which I think he's probably gonna do anyway, because he wants that Canelo fight. So he might move up to 168 because he's been chasing Canelo since they were at 154. Honestly, him, Andre, they've been chasing him since he's been at 154. You know, trying to get that fight. But Canelo move up, then they move up. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what they got to do to get that fight, but everybody else getting these fights. You know? And then the crazy thing is you'll have guys on here who'll say, oh, who has Charlo fought to deserve a Canelo fight? Okay. Who did Caleb Smith fight to deserve a Canelo fight? What big fight was Caleb Smith in that you could say, hey, man, he deserves a Canelo fight? What big fight was Billy Joe Sanders in? Because, you know, they talk about Billy Joe, too. What big fight Billy Joe Sanders in to deserve a Canelo fight? This Yildirim guy that Canelo's going to fight, what big fight was he in to fight Canelo? You get what I'm saying? We're not here to make excuses. We're here to point out the facts. That's what we're here to do. You know what I mean? We're here to point out the facts. Now, I think what Canelo gonna do, is he's waiting to. He'll probably fight David Benavidez if David Benavidez is in a vulnerable, like he looks vulnerable in a fight, or he can catch him at a desperate time. That's what I think, because that's what Canelo does. He did that with Kovalev. Kovalev almost got stopped, and then let's make that fight. Let's fight Kovalev. You get what I mean? It's like, nah, man. You know, people don't understand the politics and things that Canelo has and the power that he has. You know what I mean? Even like, think about it. When he fought Floyd destroyed this man, destroyed him, and the judge said, split decision. Floyd won every round because Canelo thought, I could box him. He's an old man. And Floyd destroyed this man. Outboxed him to the teeth. Embarrassed him. And they say split decision. And that judge hasn't worked since, which I think she was paid off. I don't care what nobody say. I think Canelo and them paid off. I think Canelo involved with some cartel stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. You call me crazy how you want to. I think that man involved with some cartel stuff, man, because if it's a close fight with Canelo, and you be like, man, this dude, I don't know, Canelo might have lost. They gonna give it to Canelo, or they gonna say it's a draw. I'm telling you, you gonna have to stop Canelo. You gonna have to knock him out, sleep him. You know what I'm saying? In order for him to lose, because he not gonna lose on those scorecards with these judges. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? But still, we want him to fight the best. I would like for him to fight David Benavidez. I would love that fight. One Hispanic American fighter, one just natural born Hispanic from Guadalajara, Mexico. You know what I mean? That'll be a fight, man. You put that on Cinco de Mayo weekend, that's gonna sell. It's probably gonna outdo the Chavez fight. You know what I mean? Because I know, man, down here in Houston, that Chavez fight, all the Hispanic dudes I knew that I was cool with, they took off work, everything. They were watching that fight. They took off. They was like, hey, man, I ain't coming to work. I'm Canelo fighting Chavez. You get what I mean? So I know he fight David Benavidez, it's probably gonna be bigger than that. You know what I mean? Because of David Benavidez is he's a star. I mean, is he a big star? No, but he's a star. But these Hispanics, they be knowing who these guys are. They know who the Hispanic fighters are. And they know David Benavidez is action-packed. David Benavidez gonna let his hands go. He ain't gonna sit there and try to play pity-pat with you. He gonna let his hands go. He gonna give that smoke. So, which do I think David Benavidez can beat Canelo? I don't know. But it's boxing. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I said what I said. I did what I did, man. You disagree with me? Comment. I don't run for no smoke. I'm gone.